The Star Wars canon books continue. First with New Dawn, second with Tarkin, now Heir to the Jedi. Why was this not that good? Oh. Star Wars Heir to the Jedi. Alright, so Star Wars Heir to the Jedi is the third Star Wars canon book to come out. Cool as every book comes out is part of the Star Wars history. The first book, New Dawn, took place like 15 years before Star Wars Rebels. It helped set up Kanan and Hera before Rebels started. Star Wars Tarkin. Star Wars Tarkin was a cool book. Tarkin set up one of the most underrated villains in the Star Wars franchise, Grand Moff Tarkin. And now Star Wars Heir to the Jedi, it takes place in between the events of Episode 4, New Hope, and Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. What's cool about this book is that it takes us down the road of Luke, of how does he become a Jedi without a master. It's really almost impossible. He just got to kind of feel it out. He's like one of the first Jedi. Remember that scene in Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back? Right at the beginning, he was hanging in the Wampa cave, and he was trying to use the Force to get his lightsaber. It was an awesome scene. So how does Luke get from destroying the Death Star by just barely feeling the Force to that scene of saving his life? And that's what's cool about this book. We find Luke, he's trying to discover the Force. It's also a book that allows Luke to be able to move on from all the grief he's gone through. Luke Skywalker has always been this character who, he is the reluctant hero. Don't forget, Luke's gone through a lot of shit. One day when he returned home, his Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru were burned to death. He lost Ben Kenobi at the Death Star, and then he lost his good friend Biggs, or Briggs, whatever his name is. And this book allows Luke to move on into better days, because war's ugly. He once thought it was glorious, but now it's not so glorious. To be honest with you guys, this book was really hard to get through, because there are too many Star Wars throwbacks. In the first lines, I'll give away this one line because it's like the first chapter, so it's not really a spoiler. He was like, yeah, I was so bored I would play with some power converter. He was like, oh man, I forgot I left my power converter at Tashi Satan. One of my negatives. Another negative I have is of one of the secondary characters named Dressling. I believe that's the character's name. There's this alien who, they're really mathematical alien species. And that they tell jokes and stories through math. Yes, math. At the beginning of each chapter of the books, they have math equations. Wait a second. One thing I know I really enjoyed about this book was the secondary female character, Nakari. There's a cool little flirtmance going on between Luke and her. She's a pretty cool character they set up. In the end, I was not a big fan of this book. It started out strong, but by the end, I was like, I'm ready for this to be over with. It does a good job of continuing Luke's story after Episode 4. But it's a book you could probably skip. So I'm going to give Star Wars Heir to the Jedi a 2.7 out of 5. Glad I finally got that book out of the way. So my plan next for my next book review, my book reviews take a while. I mean, my last review came out back in November with my Tarkin review. It was going to be the next Star Wars book, Lord of the Sith. But I've changed my mind. My next book is going to be on How Star Wars Conquered the Universe by Chris Taylor. This book goes through the history of Star Wars, about how it was first made up till Disney bought it. I'm really looking forward to reading this, and so that'll probably be my next review if I decide to review this. If not, my next book review will be Lords of the Sith. So guys, have you seen Heir to the Jedi? What are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. And if you like this video, click that thumbs up button. Subscribe to see more. All too easy.